Introduction: The erosion of trust in the digital age. The digital landscape is evolving at an unprecedented rate. With this evolution comes an alarming rise in sophisticated cyber attacks. Traditional security models, often relying on perimeter-based defenses, are proving inadequate. These models operate on the outdated notion of trust but verify. This approach is failing. The old way of doing things assumed safety within a network perimeter. Once inside, users and devices were largely trusted. This approach is like leaving your house unlocked because you have a fence. Cybercriminals are finding ways to breach these perimeters. The need for a new security paradigm is critical. Zero Trust Architecture, or ZTNA, has emerged as a compelling solution. Zero Trust represents a fundamental shift in how we approach cybersecurity. It's time to tear down the castle walls and adopt a model of never trust, always verify. Section 2. Zero Trust Security, a paradigm shift in cybersecurity. Zero Trust is not just a technology, but a strategic approach to cybersecurity. It challenges the traditional model of implicit trust. Instead, Zero Trust assumes that every user, device, and network connection is potentially hostile. This approach is essential in today's interconnected world. At its core, Zero Trust is about eliminating the concept of a trusted network. It advocates for least privilege access. This means users and devices are only granted access to the resources they need, nothing more. This principle extends to all entities, whether inside or outside the traditional network perimeter. It doesn't matter if you're in the office or connecting remotely. Zero Trust treats every access request with the same level of scrutiny. This approach minimizes the attack surface and limits potential damage.
Section 3. Pillars of Trust, the foundation of secure systems. Zero Trust is built on several core principles. These principles act as the foundation for a robust security posture. Understanding these pillars is crucial for implementing the Zero Trust model. Foremost is the principle of least privilege. This principle dictates that users and devices should only have access to the information and resources essential for their task. It's the potential damage from a device. Next, we have microsegmentation. This involves dividing the network into smaller, isolated segments. Each segment operates independently. This is the natural of attackers in case of a breach. Continuous verification is another cornerstone of Zero Trust. This principle emphasizes the need for ongoing authentication and authorization. Trust is never assumed, but continuously earned and re-evaluated.
Section 4. Principle of Least Privilege, granting access with precision. The principle of least privilege is a fundamental security concept that is central to Zero Trust. It's about being stingy with access. Users and devices should only be granted the bare minimum permissions required to perform their specific tasks. Think of it like giving someone a key to your house. You wouldn't give them a key that unlocks every door, would you? You'd give them a key that only unlocks the door they need to use. This principle is crucial because it limits the potential damage an attacker can cause. If a user account is compromised, the attacker will only have access to the resources that user was authorized to access. They won't be able to laterally move through the network and gain access to sensitive data. Section 5. Microsegmentation, dividing networks for enhanced security. Microsegmentation is another key pillar of Zero Trust. It involves dividing a network into smaller, isolated segments, each containing specific applications and resources. Communication between these segments is strictly controlled. Imagine your network as a city. Instead of having one large city with open borders, microsegmentation creates smaller walled-off districts. Each district has its own security checkpoints. This approach limits the blast radius of an attack. If one segment is compromised, the attacker cannot easily move to other segments. This containment minimizes damage and prevents widespread disruption. Section 6. Continuous verification, ensuring trust in real time. Continuous verification is the heartbeat of Zero Trust. It ensures that trust is not a one-time event but an ongoing process. Every access request from every user and device is verified in real time. This means continuously monitoring user behavior, device health, and network traffic for any signs of compromise. If any suspicious activity is detected, access can be revoked immediately. Think of it like a security guard constantly checking IDs and monitoring activity. There's no room for complacency. Continuous verification ensures that only authorized entities access sensitive resources, even if they were previously granted access. Section 7. Fortigate, a comprehensive approach to zero trust. Fortigate, developed by Fortinet, is a leading security platform that provides comprehensive support for zero trust network access, or ZTNA. It offers a suite of features designed to enforce the principles of zero trust. Fortigate acts as a secure gateway, inspecting all traffic entering and leaving the network. It enforces strong authentication, ensuring that only verified users and devices can connect. It also enables granular access control, allowing organizations to define specific access policies for different users and devices. This ensures that users can only access the resources they need, adhering to the principle of least privilege. Palo Alto Networks is another major player in the zero trust space. Their next-generation firewalls provide advanced security features that align perfectly with the principles of zero trust. Palo Alto firewalls go beyond traditional port and protocol inspection. They utilize deep packet inspection to examine the content of network traffic, identifying and blocking malicious activity. Their platform also offers robust user and device identification capabilities. This allows organizations to enforce granular access policies based on user roles, device type, and location. This granular control is essential for achieving zero trust. Zero trust is not just a theoretical concept. It's being implemented by organizations of all sizes and industries to enhance their security posture. For instance, healthcare providers are using zero trust to protect sensitive patient data. By implementing granular access controls and continuous monitoring, they ensure that only authorized personnel can access medical records. Financial institutions are leveraging zero trust to secure financial transactions and customer data. By microsegmenting their networks and enforcing multi-factor authentication, they prevent unauthorized access to critical systems. Government agencies are adopting zero trust to safeguard classified information and protect national security. By implementing strict access controls and continuous monitoring, they mitigate the risk of data breaches and cyber attacks. As the threat landscape continues to evolve, zero trust is no longer a nice-to-have but a necessity. It's becoming a cornerstone of modern cybersecurity strategies. Organizations that fail to adapt to this new reality risk falling victim to increasingly sophisticated cyber attacks. The consequences of a data breach can be devastating, both financially and reputationally. The good news is that implementing zero trust is an ongoing journey, not a destination. Organizations can start by taking small steps, such as implementing multi-factor authentication and microsegmentation, and gradually build a more mature zero trust model over time. In today's interconnected world, traditional security perimeters are dissolving. The old adage of trust but verify is no longer sufficient. Zero trust provides a robust framework for securing our digital assets and protecting against modern threats. By embracing the principles of zero trust, organizations can create a more secure and resilient digital environment. It's time to abandon outdated security models and embrace a future where trust is earned, not assumed. The future of cybersecurity is here, and it's built on a foundation of zero trust. Let's embrace this paradigm shift and work together to create a safer and more secure digital world.